Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the Stocks on Sunday show. And today, the title of my show is Buckle Up, because buckle up, historically August and September have been bearish for the stock market. I'm going to share my thoughts on what I'm doing, and we're going to take a look at the charts and what I could see possibly happening for Monday and the coming week. Before we do that, let's smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, and of course does help support the channel. And if you're a new watcher, welcome. Smash that subscribe button and you will get the daily updates. So first of all, I love this from Ryan Detrick here, is buckle up. After a 28% rally since the April lows, it is important to note that the next 2 months could provide perfect cover for a well-deserved pause. No, the bull isn't over, and we will be higher by end of year still. Buckle up. And I do believe this also. You can see seasonality in stocks is very important. You can see historically August and September not so good. However, if you look at October and November, very strong. You can see since 1950, blue is the past 20 years, green is the past 10 years, and black is post-election. And really, it is pretty rough reading when you look particularly at September there. Now, there is a rate cut decision coming in September unless the Fed do some kind of emergency convening and meeting, which is very unlikely. An emergency meeting would be a real admission that they got it very, very wrong unless something catastrophic was to take place. Also here, I do like Subu trade here. The S&P 500 after falling below its 20-day moving average for the first time in over 60 days. So we see this has only happened a handful of times, dating all the way back to 1943. And generally speaking, the next few days aren't very good. As you can see here, there's only a few times it's been green, and only green by a little bit, but usually by 1 to 2 weeks later, it's still in the red there. And certainly the next few days, usually after 3 to 4 days later, it's not looking so good. So I do have an expectation. I would be surprised if we got a pop on Monday, but look, anything can happen. It's very much a news-driven cycle, and who knows what kind of tweet is going to come out today or tomorrow that could boost the market or could dump the market. And this is from 1927 to present. So let's have a quick look at the SPY and have a look at our strategy. So first of all, if you've been following my channel for a while, we got in here down around when the tribal trades indicator, one indicator to rule them all, fired off a bullish reversal signal. These have been absolutely so bang on to get in or around the bottom and get out in or around the top. Now, of course, what we have here is we have a yellow warning arrow. This is not necessarily to get out, but we could get a red dot come Monday. But I'll show you the more interesting thing. And look, we still are in an inverse head and shoulders pattern there. And that target to the top is about 720. However, that could be invalidated if we came back. Definitely if we came back below the $600 level, that would be invalidated there. You could argue that it would be invalidated if it lost that around 610, 611, 613 level. Let's look on the daily time frame. This is what I'm really interested in here. And what you can see here is this entire move that we took, and that here from April all the way up. Once it got the tribal trades, early entry, then it breaks above the 9, then 9 breaks above the 20, and then this move is entirely guided by the 9 EMA, this dark pink line. You can see that. In fact, if you just bought every time the S&P 500 touch the 9 EMA on the daily, you would be counting your dollars right now in a good way. However, it never lost the 20 EMA on the daily time frame. So there was a few occasions where, yeah, it went down, it lost the 9 EMA, it closed below, but the 20 EMA always held support. You can see that happened here on the 30th of April, it happened again on the 23rd of May, and it happened here again on the 23rd of June. In fact, those times where it touched the 20 EMA and held were in better buying opportunities. However, we've now lost that and we've had a close. So unless we really see a pop back above this, I would think that this move is currently over and we could be in for a bit more of a deep correction. Because remember, even though we had some pullbacks here, we're dropped from about 596 all the way down to 575 and dropped from 604 down to 593. We never ever had a close below the 20 EMA on the daily time frame. So this move is most likely done and over, and there will be most likely a full exit of that position by me in these plays. That's what we're looking for in the S&P 500. So the two things are going to happen on Monday. One, we're going to jump back up and push back up and have a close and above this area. And remember, we do also have a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame. That's not good, folks. The probability of us going down further is a lot higher than us having a rebound. Now, look, there's no guarantee that we're going to keep going down and that August and September are going to be bearish as normal, but the likelihood and the probability is that we are going to have some more downside or even sideways. We could do, as Ryan said there before in the article, we could have more of a pause where we just come down and hold this 50 EMA or this 50-day moving average. This is the 20 EMA on the daily time frame here. It's the same place that the 20-day moving averages. I like the 20 EMA better because it shows different levels across different time frames, where the 20-day moving average really only helps you on the daily time frame if you're trading off that time frame. If you're wondering what the difference is, I go into more detail in my trading courses, which are available as part of the Tribal Trades Discord membership. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to share what the most likely scenario is. It's not the definite scenario because there's no guarantees, of course. The most likely scenario is that we have more of a downside here in the SPY, and we come down and test the 50-day moving average, and we could get more severe and drop all the way down to around that 600 level, but then we do risk losing that inverse head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. Could be a little bit of a dumpy sideways chop for the next month or so until we start coming into that September rate decision there. If the markets are starting to price in a rate cut, then we might start seeing stocks begin to move in an upward trajectory before that date in anticipation of a rate cut there. That's how you can see with the SPY. That's what I'm looking for. Now, the less likely scenario is we jump back above here, which we could do, but if we don't get back above the 9 EMA, it's really a bit of a dead cat bounce before we go a little bit further. Really, not just reclaiming the 20 EMA, we must reclaim the 9, because if we don't reclaim the 9 will cross over and have a very bearish cross over the 20. And whenever the 9 crosses below under the 20, you can see what happens here. There it is there. It crosses below the 20, and then what happens, the 9 and the 20 are resistance, and you can actually ride them all the way to the downside. Let's take into account and look at the most favored scenario, number one, happening. That means we would go short on stocks. That strategy is going to be to trade the inverse or reverse ETFs on certain stocks to the downside, including the SPY and the QQQ, and I'll be sharing those updates on the next stocks on Sunday as to what trades we open during the week. I'll be sharing all those trades live in the Tribal Trades Discord. Those will be all shared live there, but this is what we need to see. We need to see the 9 cross below the 20 and then continue to bang into that as resistance, like we saw on the February drop there. In that case, what will happen is we will see this red bearish reversal signal comes out. Now, look, the Tribal Trades indicator is generally not going to, sometimes it does, but it's generally not going to get you in right exactly at the bottom and get you out right at exactly the top. Again, sometimes it does, but it will get you out pretty close to the top, and it will get you in pretty close to the bottom. And I do love this long-term investing strategy. This is what we're all about in the Tribal Trades family, the Discord, the pro trading community, exclusive community that we have there. And we're all about building long-term wealth. That's why I have sessions that I do called Wealth Transformational, because it's not just wealth transformation for a day, it's for your entire lifetime. So whether you're an investor, a medium-term swing trader, or a short-term day trader or scalper, there are strategies in the Tribal Trades Discord to build wealth for a lifetime, not just for a day. If you'd followed these strategies when I sold all of my stocks except for Tesla, up at the top here in February, we got the bearish reversal signal and bought back with me all the way down here in April. And if it looks like we're all just going to be getting out there, then these are the returns that you would have seen. These are all the returns that I shared both on YouTube and both in real time in my Discord. Incredible entries here. None of these were failed trades. All of these trades made money. This is 100% win rate on my stocks portfolio on the long-term trades here. So if you're a longer-term investor, this strategy may work for you. You can find out how the strategy works and how to be involved with this. If you want to make money on the way down, if we do continue to see the stock market come down, I will be creating a new tab on here. It'll be called the inverse stock trades or the reverse stock trades, and we'll share all my entries on here. And as profits are taken there, I will make sure that I will update all of that on Stocks with Sunday show, as I've been doing since the beginning of the year, since the spreadsheet here got started. I've been sharing all these updates here on the Tribal Trades cheat sheet. This cheat sheet is available as part of the Tribal Trades Discord. Now, if you're wondering how you can join the Tribal Trades Discord, it is currently closed at the moment. Here's the Discord. Here is all the channels. On the left-hand side, the Wins channel is my favorite channel, and I really do love it when the Wins section is alive with shorts wins when the market's going down, because I have been teaching the Tribal Trades community for many, many months since I started the Discord back in late January on how to make money shorting the market when it goes down, so that you can make money in any market, whether it's going sideways, you can range trade, or you can trend trade when it's going upwards, or you can trade the trend to the downside when it's going down, okay? And at the moment, we are making money trading the trend on a down. And so if you are looking to join the Tribal Trades family, I call it the Tribal Trades family because I do feel that family culture there, everybody in there helping, cheering each other on, supporting, answering questions, and being there for one another. That's what I love. Then there is a link below in the description. Now, the Discord is currently closed, but I do open it at times during the year. We had it open for June and for the first week of July for people to join. Obviously, we had it open when we first started back in January, February, and I will open it again this year. How do you get access, priority access to that? By joining the waitlist. There is a link below in the description of this video. You might need to click the more button, and there is a link there, and you can click and you can get on the waitlist for the Tribal Trades Discord. Also, a benefit of you getting there early is if for any reason there is somebody that is not able to renew the description and chooses not to, that's okay. But it's a benefit for those on the wait list, because then I move people off the wait list immediately into the Tribal Trades Discord. And I've been able to do that for a few folks this week already. And that is all found in the description of this video there. And you can see all the channels that we have here. We had live sessions. We actually had one on Thursday. I did a special leverage session on Friday to learn leverage trading and shorting the market. Did a one yesterday for all the new people, the Q&A, and we've got another live session coming up on Monday. We're going to see how the market reacts on Monday there. The life-changing trading course is also included, and of course the Tribal Trades Indicator. This is a paid indicator, but you get it as part of your Tribal Trades Discord membership. There's no extra payment that you need to make. You just pay for the Tribal Trades Discord membership, and you get the Tribal Trades Indicator as part of that membership there. Well, that's all we have time for today. As always, until the next episode, which will be tomorrow morning, be interesting to see how the crypto and stock markets respond. I'll be giving my updates there, or until I see you in the Discord. Happy trading.